Hey, gorgeous people. Welcome to my channel, Being a Carer with moi, Kes. Medication is a big issue here in the United Kingdom. There are legislations that govern medication. And of course, there are consequences for medication errors. Now, if you are here on a T2 visa, either as a carer, a healthcare assistant, a support worker, in whatever capacity, and you have to give medication as part of your duties, you will do well to watch this video to the end. My name is Kesiena Akwara Atie, a health and social care trainer. To all you old and new returning subscribers who keep coming back to watch and like my videos, oh my gosh, I know I keep saying it and I will keep saying it. Thank you all so much for your unflinching support thus far. You guys are simply amazing. And hey, if you're just watching this channel for the first time, what on earth are you still waiting for? Smash the subscribe button, yeah? Give me a thumbs up, like the video, and don't forget to click on that notification bell. So whenever I upload a new video, you will be among the very first to know. Also, follow me on Instagram, Care by Kes. Of course, to all you Instagrammers, I am loving our conversations. Follow me as well on TikTok, Care by Kes, and Twitter, Care by Kes as well. And as always, I will see you there. So yes, today let's dive straight into it. No beating about the bush, no pity patter. Yeah, let's get straight to it. So our topic today is this, that are you on a tier 2 visa or you're here already? You need to be aware of the importance of medication and the consequences of medication errors. Yeah. So let's get to it immediately. Okay. Now, medication is so designed in the United Kingdom to protect the patient, service user, or however you want to call them. And of course, to minimize the risk of medication errors for the carer or support worker. Okay. Now, and it is governed by legislations. What are these legislations? You have the Medicines Act 1968. You have the Human Rights Act 1998 as well. Now, I'm going to pause there and I'm going to explain to you what I mean by that, why that is so much in enforcement. Because, rather, that you are not allowed as a carer to force anybody to take medication. You are not allowed as a carer to do covert medication or break the medication or dissolve the medication in the client's food or drink. Now, if it is not so stated in the care plan, please do not do it for any reason, because you will get into trouble. And those are part of things what I mean when I talk about consequence of medication errors. You are not allowed to do that. It doesn't matter if they struggle to swallow the pill because it's so huge. What you can do is write it down in your notes that so and so is having issues swallowing the pills because they are so big. It is then rather for the GP and social work to decide how best to get them to have the medication. It is not for you to decide that, no. Because by so you are infringing on the Human Rights Act. And if they refuse medication, you cannot force them. No, you cannot force them. All you can do again is report it and document it. You have the Misuse of Drugs Act 1971. You have the Misuse of Drugs Regulations 2001. Now, this legislation protect and govern the use of medication. Okay? Now, so what are the things you need to know? Now, if you're in the dorm sector, you are basically a lone worker and you have to give medication as there's nobody else to do it but yourself. Okay? And in the dorm sector, you have what they call blister packs. This is what it looks like. This is what a typical blister pack looks like. You have days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then you have morning, you got morning, midday, tea time, and bedtime. Okay. You also have the MAR chart. This is what it looks like. This is a MAR chart. You can see it has the name of the service user, the address, the doctor, that's the GP, the service user's date of birth, and any allergies. And as you can see, it's got the date from the 1st to the 31st. So that takes care of the whole month. And it's got time as well. It also has the dose, the medication's name. It has the medication name, the dose, special instructions, and the blister pack, which I showed you earlier. Now, you have at the bottom family, F, hospital, H, refuse, R, sleeping, S, destroyed, D, vomiting, V, NR, not required, and then you have other. Now, whenever you give medication, ensure you sign under the date. These little boxes there, put your initials. It is very important. And the matcha are delivered to the clients in their homes by the pharmacist. They do that once a month. So if you have, you could have like four blister packs for the client for the month. Now it is designed, as you have seen the video I presented to you, for the 7 days of the week. So you have tea time, breakfast, you have lunch, you have tea time, and you have bedtime. Now you must give all those medications as at the time you are supposed to give them. If for some reason you are not able to do so, you need to indicate so in your reports or documentation, so that the next person who is available to do it knows exactly what to do. And if they have consistently refused medication, you also need to let your employers know so they know what to do. How to bring in the GP, the social worker, and the person that has the lasting power of attorney to convince them to take it. But of course, nobody can force them. Okay? Now, the matcha you saw earlier is very, very, very important. Okay? Now, if you give medication, you should, those little boxes there, you must put your initials in there to say you have given medication. Now, for some people like in support work and team listener carers, sometimes you may be asked to count the drugs that are left. Please ensure you count them and write what is left where it's supposed to be written down. Yes? Now, if the reason why you need to put your initials on the MAR chart is because that MAR chart can be used against a carer in a clinical case, in an investigation, or in a court case, particularly when things do not go right, something happens to the client. So it is a very, 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 very important document. Now, also, I want to draw attention to something, particularly those of you who are in a domiciliary setting. On the MAR chart, you saw the date of the service user's name, you saw the date of birth, you saw the address, of course, address and the postcode, you saw the GP's name and address. Now, you need to make sure that before you give medication, you check all those information that they are correct. Why? I will share this story with you. A domiciliary worker went to work one day to take care of her client, as she always does. And for some reason, she was going to give medication, and she had this intuitive feeling to check, the address, the name, and everything. And lo and behold, she discovered that the name, the first name, and the surname were the same, but the address and the postcode was different. Now, if she hadn't, heeded that hunch to look at the MAR chart properly, she would have given her client the medication for another person. Now, nobody knows what that person is treating. And you could have had consequences. There would have been consequences for her. Particularly if the client reacted negatively, or heavens forbid, it was fatal. Now, I know some people say, but that's not her fault. I agreed. The pharmacist supplied the medication, so it's the pharmacist's fault. But you see, because she is the one attending, caring for that client, it is also on her as well to check. That's why I keep saying that never ever take things for granted. That, oh, this is what I do every day. No, still check, because the consequence can be dire. Now, what are the consequences for medication error? 1, you could be demoted. 2, you could be suspended. 3, you could be sacked. And in a worst case scenario, you could be sent to jail. And you all know that if you're on a tier 2 visa and you are sacked, you got 60 days to remain in the country. And you know what that means. It means that you need to, and don't even think about wanting to get another COS or sponsor, because they'll be asking you, why did you leave your former place? And you cannot lie. Because when you lie and you get the job and they discover that you lied, trust me, you will be fired again. So my plea to all of you out there is this: save yourselves this trauma. Save yourselves the trauma. I'm going to say it one more time. Save yourselves the trauma. If you have watched my video where I talked about code of conduct for adult social care workers in the United Kingdom, your employer has his or her own code of conduct, and that is to train you, teach you how to administer medication. And that is why most care homes, nursing homes, domiciliary settings, or even support work, they have shadowing where you learn. Now, if for some reason you feel you're not confident in administering medication, please let your employers know so they can retrain you. It's very, very, very important. So I hope the video has helped you all out there. Until I see you in my next video, always remember this, never you forget that no matter what the matter is, you, my darlings, matter so much more. Au revoir.